Hello, this is Kevin Grothy. I have been fortunate to be the IFEA Foundation Board Chair in 2020, and we want to welcome you to the very first ever IFEA Foundation celebration, where we want to take a moment and celebrate all the wonderful things that the foundation does for not only IFEA, but the entire event industry. In addition, remember this, when we're done with this fun event, the fun isn't necessarily over. There's also the happy hour immediately following the foundation celebration. The reason for the foundation celebration is to highlight the purpose of the foundation and to help raise funds for IFEA and the foundation. It's kind of our turn to kind of pay it forward. And I think along the way, not only will we have some fun by meeting some surprising guests that maybe you weren't expecting, and I think you also learn a little bit about the purpose of the foundation as we raise a little bit of money for IFEA. I should remind you of a couple things. First, all the proceeds from both the auction and the getaway, 100% of those go directly to IFEA. I should also remind you that it's still not too late to buy your ultimate getaway ticket. I know the clock is ticking because we are going to announce the winner. We're going to be doing the drawing live here within the hour, so hurry up and purchase your ticket. It's also not too late to put in your bids. There's been a lot of activity, but there's still amazing deals to be had on our silent auction. The auction will remain open after today. It'll be open all night, and it won't close until 12 noon Eastern. That is 11 Central, 10 Mountain, and 9 a.m. Pacific. Before we get started with today's show, I do want to thank the IFA Foundation Board. The members have been extremely dedicated and have worked hard as we have been preparing for IFEA Day. I also would be remiss if I didn't thank O'Neill Events. They are actually producing this foundation celebration for you. And a specific big shout out to Jenna and Jessica, who will make us all look good. And we all know that can be very challenging with this kind of group of cast of characters. So with that, let's get started with today's show. First, let me say this, though. Wasn't it a great day of learning? I mean, just some insightful knowledge being shared today. And I know it hasn't been necessarily a fun year, but I think it's one of those that we're going to look back on and say, remember when. And so with that, to kind of help get us started today, I would like to introduce the president and CEO, our fearless leader, Steve Schmader. Steve, welcome.
Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate it very much. I have to say, I've never seen anybody with a wardrobe of so much money clothing that I've ever had. I'm going to have to go find out where that comes from. So it's a good thing. I appreciate it, and I would echo Kevin in obviously always saying thank you to the IFEA Foundation Board, to all of the volunteers behind the scenes that are helping us out and making us all look good. But it's for an important cause, and you know, we have always raised money. Our foundation has always been out there and had our back and helped us, because the funding that we raise here goes to keep all of our educational programming in place and active, our speakers that we're able to provide and put out there for educational purposes. We provide our scholarships for both organizations as well as students to be able to, in a normal year, come to our conferences and things, but also to be a part of our CFEE classes and some of the other things that we have going on. And that's always been a normal situation for us, and we're always thrilled to be raising money for that. This is a new time, like we've talked to everybody. And when we were doing the educational section, and I talked about it in my opening this morning, we are, like all of you, we are going through a year where we have had to cancel our primary annual event and our largest revenue source. And we're going day by day trying to make sure all of our cash flows and all of our things are out there, our reserves and things that will keep us healthy until we can get to the end of that time frame. And we're fortunate to have so many of you and the foundation and everybody protecting us and helping us to stay healthy and whole through all of this. But please know how much it counts. And while we're going to have some fun, and there are some fabulous items out there to bid on, and I hope you will bid high and bid often, and the trips and things that you have, or the ultimate raffle tickets where you can pick your trip. A lot of great things happening there. Or just making a donation. If you just go, you know what, I just want to help. We accept those as well. And anything that you can do is terrific. You can all appreciate, hopefully, the education and the value and the ideas and things that you're getting from this to take back to your own boards and your own staffs and your own communities and organizations. And we look forward to being there and providing that well into the future. But we're having to work at that a little bit, obviously, to make all this happen. So think of it kind of like the telethon. We're going to be doing some great things, having some fun here this afternoon and evening, and we appreciate you being able to do everything you can. So, Kevin, thank you to all of your team and staff, and we're looking forward to a great evening here.
Well, thank you, Steve, and thank you to the entire IFEA staff who have done such a great job of making sure that IFEA has been the leader when it comes to information related to COVID and this pandemic. I know you really like my shirt, Steve, and I'm supposed to return it back to Snoop Dogg. But I tell you what, if we could raise enough money today, we might actually do a little extra fundraiser that we hadn't had planned. And that is, I would send one of these special made shirts, Steve, to you to wear on maybe a webinar or something of that nature if we raised enough money for something like that. So if anybody's up for that, now would be the time. Let's start to raise some money for Steve to wear one of these lovely shirts. You know, earlier in the day, I promised that we would give away a free IFEA conference registration. And now I want to let you know how you go about doing it. You've done the first step. That's, you're here and you're logged in. Now all you need to do is go into the comment section and type in your name, and you will be automatically entered into the drawing for a free IFEA conference registration. So go ahead and do that, and we are going to draw the winner later on in the broadcast. And again, don't forget, it's still time to put in your bids. As Steve said, there's been a lot of activity, but there's still some bargains to be had. You know, we have said many times throughout the day that this IFEA Day will never replace the conference, the social interaction, the live personal contact that we get. We understand that. But since we couldn't bring us all together, we did know one thing, that there are people joining us from all over the world today. And we thought we'd bring in a special guest to kind of help be a part of the show, to just provide an example of the international flair that IFEA Day is bringing in. And at this time, I would like to bring in Janet Landy and her wonderful family from South Africa. Janet, thank you for joining us.
And thank you for such a fantastic day. It really has been great. In fact, a fantastic night for me. It's been super. Thank you.
What time is it in South Africa right now?
11:10, almost midnight.
Oh my. All right. Now that tells you the type of dedication that IFEA and its members has. And Janet, I know you're the past chair of the IFEA World Board, and let me just thank you for all the hard work you did when you were chair and continue to do in promoting IFEA all across the world.
Well, I must say it's been absolutely fantastic, and we love what events do. And as you know, I'm still at the base of the pyramid, but I wanted to tell you we did things for World Food Day last week, and World Planting Day, and we're going to paste all our walls for all of the people who came to South Africa. I'm going to have those walls one day filled with all these special events that our local community gets to participate in. So thank you, and thank you, Steve, and thank you, everybody. It really is a privilege to be part of IFEA.
Well, for those who don't know, Janet does a wonderful job with the Skills Village, and a few of the foundation and World Board members were able to go there last year and participate and see firsthand the wonderful work that Janet does in trying to lift up. As we all know, if we lift the bottom and move our way up, everybody goes up and everybody gets lifted up. And Janet, you are just doing a wonderful job in that regards.
And thank you for the privilege of being part of IFEA. Thank you.
Thank you, Janet, and we hope you have a good rest of your evening as we get ready to toast the beginning of ours here in the United States.
Thank you.
We said that we wanted to make sure that you understood the purpose of IFEA. And I think it might be easier if we just did that with a video. So at this time, we would like to share a video about the purpose and the meaning of what the IFEA Foundation is all about.
As we look to the future of our industry, we must ensure that the resources, training, creativity, and inspiration that serve as our professional compass continue to be there to guide us. That both current and future leaders are supported and provided with the tools and educational opportunities that they need to succeed, raising the bar for our professional peers around the globe. As we recognize the growing and pivotal role that festivals and events play in bonding our communities and bringing our world closer together, celebrating both our similarities and our unique differences, we must work to ensure that this special industry that we have the very real honor to be a part of continues to thrive and excel on every front. Leading that effort is the IFEA Foundation, but we need your help. With every dollar raised, every donation, every auction bid, you are part of a larger effort to provide top-quality educational opportunities, educational scholarships to generations of future industry leaders, professional training support for small, new, and passionate events as they build their own community foundations, and the spirit of celebration around the world. As you remember all those who have helped you and your own events throughout your career, we ask that you consider a gift, a bid, a pledge, to pay it forward through a generous annual or one-time donation within your means to the IFEA Foundation's Fund for the Future. Your generosity will be visible and celebrated around the world for years to come.
At this time, I would like to introduce two of the board members who have been working extremely hard and very dedicated, and you'll get to meet others throughout today's broadcast. But at this time, I would love you to meet Kelly O'Neill Wenzel and Allison English. Welcome.
Hi, how are you?
Hello.
Well, it's been fun, huh? It's been a fun day. Allison, are you watching all the comments coming across? Everybody that's watching from all over the place, Minnesota, Arizona, everywhere.
Yeah, it's so amazing. And I think we've had over 200 people with us throughout the day. It's great.
It is. It really is. Well, Allison, maybe tell us a little bit about the foundation and the scholarships that we're doing.
Yeah, so, people might wonder why we're trying to raise money. Why does IFEA need money? Well, we give away scholarships. You get a scholarship, you get a scholarship, everybody gets a scholarship. Throughout our time, we've given over 200 scholarships. There's 20 different types of scholarships you can apply for. And, those scholarships go to students, new event professionals, and just people who are event professionals who are having, a hard time with their festival. So I really, really want to urge people and have you consider to give a donation to our scholarships, even if it's just $20 for 2020. Let's do something to make a little difference and make a little impact.
That's right. And you all can obviously go to ifea.com if you haven't registered on the Auction Frog. And that's the easiest way to go ahead and donate. And Allison, I forgot to mention your hat is darling, by the way.
Thank you.
You're already ready for the party, I can tell.
So ready.
Well, I had the great pleasure of talking earlier this week to a friend of mine and 2019 scholarship recipient, Marin Petrone. I produced the Kansas City Irish Festival, and she is a newly appointed executive director of the Pittsburgh Irish Festival. And she received this great scholarship last year. And I tell you, it is paid tenfold. So let's take a look at a video of her earlier this week telling us about that. Marin, you applied for the scholarship. Tell everyone why what was your motivation to apply for a scholarship to attend the IFEA in 2019?
Yeah, so I'm the executive director of the Pittsburgh Irish Festival, and our organization has been a member of IFEA for decades. And I have only been the executive director for a few years. and I had every intent to attend the 2019 IFEA conference. But unfortunately, our organization faced a pretty devastating flood that really took a massive financial toll on our organization. I'm going to pull up a quick picture for you here. You can see that is a little bit about what our event looked like in 2018. So we weren't able to attend. We didn't have the funds to attend the conference that year.
Clearly, you probably were all in the river.
We were, yeah. So fortunately, a few days later, the water receded and we were able to go and get the tents. But so we lost a six-figure dollar amount. And so it just was not in the cards for us to put money towards things like conferences and professional development. And that year, the conference was just a few months after this happened. So I applied for the scholarship because I really wanted to be able to go. It was in close proximity to where I live in Philadelphia. And I was incredibly fortunate to be awarded the scholarship and get this opportunity to come in a year when I would not have been able to otherwise.
Tell everybody the best, like what did you gain by attending the conference?
So much. So for starters, the networking was phenomenal. I learned so much from the other professionals that I was able to encounter. And I ended up working with many vendors that were at the expo, meeting other new people. And it also resulted in some additional contract work for me as an event professional. Most notably, I met Sam Lemhenny from the Philadelphia Flower Show, who has now hired me as a contractor for the Philadelphia Flower Show. And it has been an absolutely amazing experience. So I do a bit of commuting between Pittsburgh and Philadelphia for our Irish Festival and the Flower Show. But yeah, I never would have imagined when I applied for the scholarship and got on the plane to head to the conference that it would have resulted in an absolutely phenomenal experience for me. It's led to so much professional development, so much learning, and gosh, I'm so incredibly grateful for it.
Well, thanks. So as we can see, the scholarship actually paid off, and it can give you jobs right away, actually. So, Marion, thanks for your time, and we hope that maybe when we do get to have a full conference again, you'll be there.
Yeah, of course. I'm already registered for next year.
Oh, you're so good. See, challenge everybody, go register for next year.
Yeah, go register.
Well, that was fun. She's amazing. I mean, to go get a job right away, and those connections which we all know, those connections can really only happen in person. This is a really odd thing that we can't do. So we're hoping you guys all join us for the cocktail hour, because that's where you can interact with everybody.
Kelly, I have so many questions for her. Like seeing that picture, like the feedback and the experience that she would be able to share with everybody. My goodness.
It was great. It was really great. Well, Allison, as we know, there are so many people like Janet in South Africa that are around watching together. There are a few people that are working in offices, and we have somebody to check in with, don't we?
I believe we do. Hey!
Hey! This is our friend Kat. Kat's on our board with the National Cherry Festival. How are you guys doing?
We're good. We have already started the cherry margaritas for happy hour coming up. So we are excited. It's been a really fun day being together here in the office.
You know what I really miss the most about the conference? And I know Allison's going to say the same. Kat always brings us all these cherry something, cherry chocolates, cherry, and there's some sweet, all of that. And I'm really, really missing that thing in my mouth right now. I'm sorry.
But we can cheers to each other, so.
Cheers.
Well, good. Well, I hope you guys are all bidding. We see lots of bidding going on, and we're going to take it back now to Kevin and Cassie.
Thank you. I tell you what, that was an incredible interview, wasn't it, Cassie?
It was awesome. I am so pumped to see our friends at the National Cherry Festival. In fact, I'm drinking my water right now out of my limited edition Cherry Festival mug that you see here. So yes, we love our friends at the National Cherry Festival. Always great to check in with them.
Cassie, I don't know if you noticed, but in the comment section, there's actually been a movement to up the game, that if Steve Schmader would wear this shirt with Allison's hat, There
Oh,
might be some extra money coming to IFEA. What do you think of that idea?
I think that's awesome. On the silent auction page through Auction Frogs, there's actually a place to just give a donation. So if you give a donation, then we'll know that it came in, and you can mark in there, that you want to designate it to the Steve wearing Allison's hat and Kevin's shirt. But I would like to up the ante on that particular thing, because Kevin, one of the most awesome things about working from home during COVID, not that anything about COVID is awesome, but you have to pick one thing. You can look so professional while you're on this nice Zoom call, but really you can kind of be wearing your pajamas, right?
Yes.
So maybe Steve would be willing to wear some nice pajama pants with your shirt and Allison's hat. If people keep the donations coming in, what do you think?
I think we are getting really close. With another tweak or two, I think we're going to be there.
Perfect. Yeah, this is my very comfy outfit to wear. I don't know if you'll see it next year at convention, but this year during IFEA Day, that's your little treat right there.
Well, excellent. I think we should take a moment and take a closer look at some of the trips that are part of our ultimate getaway. But let me remind people, the ticket sales are going to be shutting down here in just moments. So if you want to get your last chance, or if you haven't bought one, you probably have about 60 seconds or so left, Allison?
Yeah.
I mean, Cassie?
That's okay. Yes, I would say I have Jessica on the Sapphire team. If any of you have met her, she is standing by, and she is about ready to close those ticket sales down. So you probably have 3 or 4 more minutes where I could still get you in the drawing. But then after that, they're going to be closed. So hurry, buy now if you haven't got your Ultimate Experience ticket. And we're going to start going through some of these awesome things that you can win, or you could choose to be your prize if you win the Ultimate Experience giveaway. And I think we're going to start, since we saw our friends at the National Cherry Festival come in, this first package that we have here is our Explore Traverse City and Mackinac Island trip. I have been on this trip in the past, and it is awesome. Some of the things that you'll get with this trip, if you bid on it: 2-night stay at a preferred hotel in Traverse City, 18 holes of golf at the Grand Traverse Resort, $200 in gift cards downtown. There's Visa gift cards. It's really a pretty amazing experience. And of course, this was donated by Kat and her team and the rest of the greater Traverse City area. I know the Traverse City Convention and Visitors Bureau had a lot to do with putting together this package. And so we're so grateful to them and our partners for putting together this package for us. And I believe we also have somebody else on this call who has potentially been on this trip. And so I'd like to welcome Sam Linhenny from, look, he's wearing his Mackinac Island jacket there. Sam, right on brand. Thanks so much for joining in.
All right, Kathy.
I'm great. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Enjoying this day. This is amazing. And let me tell you, you went on this trip. I had an opportunity to go. I won it last year. And my family and I took a trip through the Midwest this summer. We just had to get out of the house and just got in the car and the big old minivan and traveled around the Southwest or the Midwest and got a chance to visit Traverse City. Kat and her team really were amazing hosts. And then we also got to spend 2 days there in Traverse City, and then we also spent 2 days in Mackinac Island. Really amazing trip. Lots of cherries. We enjoyed the food and enjoyed the treats there, but also got a lot of chance to swim in Lake Michigan. We went kayaking and bike riding in Mackinac Island. It just was really fun and had a lot of things to do for whatever you enjoy, whatever you're interested in.
That's awesome, Sam. Thanks so much for sharing that experience. And I'll just let everyone in kind of how this works. We're doing the Ultimate Experience drawing, but if the Traverse City trip is not picked as a part of that, you still have until 10 a.m. Mountain Time tomorrow to bid on that trip. So, bid early, bid often. Don't let that amazing trip pass you by without your chance to win.
Keep bidding. It's awesome. All the trips are great.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Sam. We really appreciate you being here and telling us about your awesome experience. The next trip that we also have in the running for something you can win as part of the Ultimate Experience giveaway, or you can bid on, is the Smoky Mountains Getaway. This trip has a really awesome 4-day passes to Dollywood. I want to go there. That sounds great. Some awesome gift cards, Pigeon Forge merchandise. I think our friend Butch might have had something to do with this trip. Is that right, Kevin?
He did. He quarterbacked putting this entire package together, and a big shout out to the Pigeon Forge Office of Special Events for doing so. And let me tell you, my wife and I have gone there. We have vacationed in the Great Smokies. I'm telling you what, Pigeon Forge is gorgeous. If you've never gone, you will just, especially if you get to go in the fall, it is breathtaking. There is not a shortage of things to do. Whether you're an outdoor person, you like to shop, it doesn't matter. You will find this getaway an unbelievable experience.
And last I checked, Kevin, some of these trips are not, it's not super, super expensive. If you live in that area, you can probably drive. It's very drivable from lots of locations. So I want to check that one out on the Auction Frogs page, see where it's standing. We also have an awesome trip for Indianapolis, I think, here next to just chat about really quick. This Intro to Indy trip. Now, this trip includes a actual ride in an Indy car, which, and not only in an Indy car, it is on the speedway, on the 500 speedway, which is pretty amazing. My husband, I wouldn't say is a huge race fan, but he saw that and was like, ooh, how do I get involved? And was looking. So if you know any race fans in your life, this would be the trip for them.
This trip is incredible. And those cars only go like 225 miles an hour. So,
only.
No big deal. Now, I will say this. I did make a mistake earlier in today's program when I had said that you get to drive the car. You don't actually get to drive it. You ride in it.
Well,
but we know how event professionals are,
okay.
Cassie. They'll probably talk their way into the driver's seat. So don't let that.
Maybe.
I was just going to say this real quick. The bids on these are at the minimum point. Like this one's only at $750. I mean, just think about it. I'd pay $750 just to get on the racetrack in one of those cars.
Absolutely, and it includes, also a 2-night stay at the Hilton downtown Indy. You get 8 passes to the NCAA Hall of Fame Champions Museum. The donor of this, of course, is the 500 Festival, and we're so grateful to have them as part of IFEA and IFEA members. And maybe if you start to sweeten the deal with Bob, he can help you become the driver of that car. That would just be great for you. But you got to talk to him. Now, this next trip, Kevin, I think is maybe a little bit closer to home for you. What do you think about that?
Well, it is, and the folks here at Memphis in May, we collectively worked with all of our partners to put together an unbelievable package. It starts with a stay at the historic Peabody Hotel, which was just voted the most historic hotel for the 2nd year in a row. So that is where you start with. Now, we know that we have people on here from Kansas City and from Texas and Carolina, but this package includes the best barbecue you will ever taste, no matter where you visit. In addition to that, for the bourbon lovers, there's a bourbon tasting involved with it. Awesome. Last but not least, you get to be the duck master. The Peabody Hotel is known for its ducks. They have their own suite that they stay at on the roof of the Peabody. You in front, and the crowds pack the lobby of the hotel. You will get to lead the ducks into the lobby to a standing ovation.
Wait, the ducks have their own suite. Is that what you're telling me, Kevin? The ducks have a suite.
Hey,
okay.
They live life really well here at the Peabody in Memphis, Tennessee.
Amazing. Okay, well, that sounds great. And thank you so much to you and the rest of the staff in the Memphis in May International Festival and all of your partners. I know that if you're enjoying bidding on any of the auctions currently in the silent auction, Kevin had so much to do with so many of those items. You'll notice there's a couple of common themes. There's some alcohol and some barbecue that you might see going through there. That was Kevin and a lot of his hard work behind the scenes to help us get some of those awesome items, including this trip. So thanks so much for that, Kevin.
Hey, Cassie, I need to interrupt you. Got an important announcement.
Oh, I'm so ready.
We have our first bid for Steve to wear the shirt, the hat, and the pajamas. We are starting.
Okay.
We are going to start. Next thing you know, this thing's going to go viral. You wait.
Perfect.
It's going to go viral.
I do have a matching top to these pajamas that we could also throw in that he can have over the top of your money shirt that, kind of can complete the whole look. So this is going to be awesome. I'm so excited.
I think it is. Maybe you'll wear it at next year's conference. Maybe that's what
there
we'll
we
do.
go. Okay. I also just got word that that amazing Memphis trip we just went over is currently sitting at only $900. So that's an amazing deal. That's something you cannot buy. Kevin put together some experiences as part of that package that you can't, purchase to be the duck master. You gotta know people, and if you know Kevin, you can be in on that.
Oh, and we did say you'll get to meet Elvis because it includes a trip to Graceland. I forgot to mention Graceland.
Okay,
so
meet Elvis.
You'll probably have a peanut butter and banana sandwich with Elvis.
Right. Now, is he alive, Kevin, or not?
Silly question. Silly question.
Okay, silly question.
We'll just go on to the next package. Yeah.
Okay, next package. So the next package is actually a little bit closer to home for me. And Kelly and I are going to chat about this a little bit. So this is the South Padre Island Turquoise Retreat. If you look at the photos on the Auction Frog page, it kind of shows you what you'll be getting, but it's just a gorgeous, cute little beach house on South Padre Island. And Kelly, who does not need that right now in their life?
I mean, really? Could we all just use a little bit?
Yes.
I mean, really? Like all these packages, they're all like, oh, that's safe. That's good. I could find a way to get there.
Absolutely.
This one is right now sitting at $1,800.
That's amazing. And it's 5 days and 4 nights in a vacation home that you get all to yourself with a private pool and balcony just steps from the beach.
Oh,
that sounds like something I want to be a part of. And I don't know if we mentioned earlier, but most, if not all of these packages, you can read the fine print, but they're almost all good until December 31st, 2021. So you have a long, long time to redeem these packages if you bid. You don't have to go next week. You don't have to go next month, even though holidays are coming up. You might be busy. You can go next year, pick your times, and that will allow you some flexibility, which is really nice too.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Kelly.
Great. No, I was just going to say, this is great. So, maybe you could just do, too bad if you got the $100 ticket and you picked this could be yours. And then it goes. And then that person that's bidding on this, you better jump on the next one because the next one doesn't even have bids on it yet. I'm telling you, this is crazy.
Dang. Okay,
let's get Allison in here to talk.
Well, I would, before we go off this one real quick, I just wanted to mention that the donor of this package is Joe and Alma Vera. If you have been around any IFEA conventions, I'm sure you've probably met Joe. He's been a very familiar face for a long time, and we're so grateful to him and his family for donating this package for us to help raise money for the IFEA. So I think now we can go on to the next package. The California. Allie, are we going to Cali?
Do it.
That was funny. And I haven't even had any drinks yet. That's in the next portion. So yes, the California Coastal Retreat. So for those of you West Coast people who are thinking, all these trips, they were on the East Coast and I can't drive to any of those and I don't want to fly anywhere. Guess what? Now's your chance. The California Coastal Retreat includes 7 nights in a 2-bedroom, 1-bath Sunset Shores condo. It sleeps 6 people. So you can
7 nights. That's a whole week.
That's a whole week. You can bring some friends. It's located directly across from the beach. So you can walk, straight from the condo. Again, like as Kelly and I were just talking about, I'm sure you heard, that sounds pretty dreamy to me right now. I just want to go anywhere. Like take me anywhere. And then if you get to go to a beach, that's even better. So the dates on this one too are also the buyer's choice with the coordination from the donor, which is David Knutson. And I'm so sorry if I'm saying your last name wrong, David. Love you. Shout out here to David. He's on our foundation board, and I should have probably looked up how to pronounce his name first. Allison, do you know if I'm saying his name correctly?
He goes by David.
He goes by David K. Right?
And while I'm on the screen, I just need to do a quick media timeout.
Please.
This is called a fascinator, not a hack, Kevin. So the next time we talk about it, For all my
It's a
non-Southern friends, we got to call it a fascinator.
So Steve will be wearing a pajama set, a fascinator, and a $100 bill T-shirt. Perfect. Well, I've got to jet real quick because all of those raffle ticket drawings that are coming in, I'm compiling those, and I'm also compiling the comments to pick our winner for the free registration for IFEA next year. You know, Kevin, you cracked me up because you told people all you got to do is comment on the thing and then we're going to be automatically entered to win. And meanwhile, Cassie's frantically copying and pasting everyone's name into the big wheel of names. You don't mention the things that go on behind the scenes.
Well, I didn't say automatic was an easy thing. So my bad on that. And Allison, my apology to all your Southern friends. Okay. Hopefully I don't get in trouble with your Southern friends. I think now what we need to do is look at another package, and we are going to go to the Rockies in Colorado. And I believe we have a video from our good friend, Bruce Early. Bruce and his wife, Linda, have this beautiful home in the Rockies. And let's see if we can, he was just there a few weeks ago. And let's see if we can get that rolling. And we'll learn a little bit about this particular package that he has donated.
Hey everyone, it's Bruce Early here, just showing you what sort of peace and tranquility that you'll find here at the Mountain Mill House if you choose us or win us as your auction item for the IFEA Foundation. You can find all the pictures you want of the house inside. It sleeps 6, it's a new build. You can see probably behind me the back deck and the hot tub. I'm sitting at the fire bowl right now. This is such a incredible place to get your head back in alignment and reconnect with family and friends. Like I said, you can find all the pictures you want of the Mill House on the internet connection, the URL that is provided with this auction item. And we'd love to have you come up here to the beautiful Colorado Rocky Mountains in Fairplay, Colorado, about an hour and a half outside of downtown Denver, and enjoy this space that we call our Mountain Mill House. Thanks a lot, and bid high.
Let me point this out. I don't know if Bruce mentioned this. It's for 4 nights. It sleeps up to 6 people. And I know he said it was an hour and a half from Denver. Okay, that's nice. But really, it's just a stone throws away from Breckenridge. Now, come on. Who doesn't want to go and get away from all the craziness? Now, there's been a lot of craziness, Allison. Get away and enjoy some time up in the mountains.
I think it's only going for $901 right now. It's word on the street.
Okay. The word on the street, 901. Surely we will do better than that. So let's see. Now let's go to our next package. And thanks to our friend Ted Baruti and the folks at Norfolk Fest Events, we have a salute to coastal Virginia. It's a 2-night stay in downtown Norfolk. Tickets to the patriotic harbor cruise on the Victory River. And there's definitely some passes to some of the local museums. So it sounds like a good getaway on the East Coast, Allison. You're East Coast kind of girl.
Yes, and Kevin actually won this package years ago when I was a IFEA newbie. Nobody knew me. I didn't know anybody. Went to Ted's festival up in Virginia and ended up being in the elevator with him. Unbeknownst, he didn't know who I was. I had to introduce myself. I said, "Hey, I won your package. Thanks for all this." He snuck me some more VIP drink tickets. It was great. Virginia is a beautiful place.
See, that just goes to show you really what IFEA family is all about. You can be complete strangers and in moments, you're best friends. So the last time I checked, Allison, this didn't even have a bid. So if people are looking for some bargains, they are still out there. So if it's not one on the ultimate getaway drawing, I would say for $600, you can have yourself in a wonderful time in Virginia.
For all you single ladies, there's lots of sailors in the area. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Our next one, Kevin.
All right. Well, let's go to the beach. Yeah. How about Gulf Shores? Our good friends at the Gulf Shores and Orange Beach Tourism donated 2 packages. The first one is the nature experience. It's a 2-night stay there in Gulf Shores at the Hilton Hotel. It includes tons of gift cards for meals, breakfast, lunch, dinners, several of those. There's probably about $300, $400, $500 worth of gift cards for meals. So this is one of those trips, Kelly, and you've been there. Not only do you have a place to stay, your meals are included in this package.
Yeah, it's great. This is a funny little fact. So we all know when the stuff hit the fan in March 12th, roughly. It was my kids' spring break, and we were headed to Santa Fe for a family house. We were there going to go skiing. And the night, the morning that we were ready to leave, they closed all the ski slopes. So we quickly looked and found a place in Gulf Shores, which was going to be 80 degrees in the middle of March, in the middle of mayhem. Do you remember this? And we were nervous about we can just find one home, we can cook all our meals and just stay in there. But if I have a little warmth, I know that the next several months are going to be the ugliest months we could have. I did this and it was so much fun. So it's an easy drive. I mean, even for me, it was a 14-hour drive from Kansas City, but it was an easy drive and fun. So these are great packages, both this one and the next one.
Yeah, and this one is, we kind of have it under the nature, and let me explain why. Because it has kayaking, deep sea fishing, experiences like that. So, if you're an outdoor type of person, this one probably has your name all over it. Again, another package that does not have a bid yet, Kelly.
Yeah, I mean, really, come on, guys. This is like an easy thing that at some point you're going to need to get away. All of these packages really are drivable for most people. You can find one that's in your area, and they're easy, and you can mostly stay in your own place and you don't have to leave. So even depending on what the quarantine situation looks like, hey, you can get away. And I think we can all agree. And speaking of getting away, I just went away this weekend to Colorado, and Bruce's place, I'm telling you what, a little nature is amazing. So.
Great. Well, there is a second one in Gulf Shores. It's the Crafters Experience, Kelly. And again, it's another package where the 2-night stay at the lodge at the Gulf State Park in a Hilton Hotel. Again, breakfast, gift cards for lunch, $150 gift card for dinner. There's another $50 gift card for dinner for 2. I mean, it goes on and on and on. There's a brewery tasting involved with this one. There's an arts class, a Harmony Creek hands-on fizzy bath bomb class for 2. That sounds like a great couples getaway.
Yeah, for sure. Stitch the kids. Don't take them.
No, I don't think they would appreciate the fizz bath. So again, a wonderful opportunity. It is. I got to tell you, being in Memphis, and it's not that far away from Memphis, Gulf Shores is one of the most popular getaways that you will find. And we've had coworkers who have gone and taken their family down there, and people who've done it just as weekend getaways, kind of like what you and your husband did.
Yeah,
and they all come back just raving about it. So if you want to get to the beach, here's a great chance to do that. Okay,
I am back.
You are back.
About some more packages. And Kevin, man, those Gulf Shores packages were looking great. So much thanks to the Gulf Shores and Orange Beach tourism departments for coming through with some really awesome stuff there. I'm so impressed.
Yeah, they really made that complete deal. When you start thinking about the gift cards for dinners and meals, and then the experiences, whether you want to do the artsy side or you want to go deep sea fishing, I mean, you're really all in. Your out of pocket expenses are very, very minimal. So again, I'm sure we're going to start to see some bids in on that.
Yes, absolutely. And this next package looks really great too, Kevin. Lead me to Louisville, man. This looks great. There's a 2-night stay at the Galt House Hotel in Louisville for tickets to the Kentucky Derby Museum at Churchill Downs, which is part of what you're seeing in this photo, actually. And this is a really cool experience for those of you who haven't done it. Kevin, I know you have with your proximity to this event, and I have as well as part of a couple of conferences I've been to. And it's really something special if you haven't seen it and been a part of that museum experience. So definitely want to look at this package if you're maybe looking to go to Louisville. Right now, the bid is at only $300. So it is you can't buy the hotel for that, Kevin.
You can't. In the video, it's like if you went into some sort of amusement at Disney because of the 360 screens. And let me just say this, the Kentucky Derby Festival, who was so kind to put this together, they wanted to sweeten the package. So for the bourbon people out there, not only do you get the trip, you get 2 bottles of bourbon signed by the Four Roses master distiller, Brent Elliott. Now, I know there's a lot of bourbon drinkers here at IFEA, Cassie. I don't know why I want to keep calling you Allison. I don't know. I've got that in the brain.
We look so much alike. No, just kidding.
But I know your husband, and I know there are several other people who would probably bid $300 just for the bourbon alone.
For the bourbon too, absolutely. And if you haven't ever been to Louisville, and I don't know, my friends there are probably not liking the way my Texas accent says Louisville, because it is Texas and Kentucky are 2 very, very different Southern accents. But if you haven't been, there's so much great stuff you can do just within driving distance even of Louisville in terms of the different distilleries, the different, like horse farms and all the stuff that kind of goes into that. It's really incredible, some of the things that you can go and see while you're there. So again, thanks to our friends at the Kentucky Derby Festival.
The Corvette Museum is not very far away. We did that as part of an excursion. We took our teenage boys and did that. So that's also good.
And you know what else? The Louisville Slugger.
I was just going to say the Louisville Slugger is made right there in Louisville.
I went to that museum on my trip, and it was awesome. They spin the bats right in front of you. You get to see them carved out and know which teams and stuff they're going to. Is really incredible. So it's one of my favorite. We'll call it a work trip that I got to go on, getting to experience some of those things. So that was really great.
All right, so now we're going to bring in Allison. Since I'm mixing you 2 up all day, I might as well. I feel like I needed to call you Cassie just so I can make up for always only mispronouncing her name. So anyway, Allison, thank you for coming back. Let's talk a little bit about a city that's not very far from Louisville, St. Louis. St. Louis, and our friends with the St. Louis Art Fair donated this package. It's 2-night stay at the Meridian Hotel in downtown Clayton, just outside of St. Louis. Also, talk about a deal here, a $200 gift card to the restaurant there, Cafe La Vie, a framed 2020 print from the St. Louis Art Fair, and a bunch of other fun elements, gift cards to a rooftop terrace at the Anged Arts Hotel, and a couple other museum tickets that are included in that. St. Louis, Allison, come on now. The Arch. Have you ever been up in the Arch?
I've been up in the Arch multiple times, and it's tiny. You go up like this, it's crazy.
You like St. Louis, though?
I love St. Louis, and St. Louis is a wonderful, wonderful city. So much to do, with the Arch, obviously, lots of cool restaurants. But what I love about this is you get an opportunity really to see the artistic side of it, the arts and the culture, and all of that. And I just think that's a really cool opportunity. And we get an insider VIP look because of our friends at the St. Louis Arts Festival and Fair.
That is true. Again, another package. The minimum bid on that is also might be, I think, $600 is all it is.
And
talk about some bargains.
There's $300 in gift certificates alone in this package, so you're already getting half your money back.
There you go. Yep. Another bargain to be had.
All right. Well, I'm now, since I, butchered the city further away, which my good friend Jeff English and the Kentucky Derby Festival informed me it's Louisville, LaVille, or Louisville in the comments. So thanks, Jeff, Appreciate you there, buddy. We'll talk about something that's a little closer to home for me in Austin. San Antonio and tour the Texas Hill Country. This is an amazing package that includes a 3-night stay at the Riverwalk Plaza Hotel, which if you haven't been to the Riverwalk in downtown San Antonio, it's definitely something you don't want to miss. There's tickets to a river cruise, San Antonio sightseeing tours. Again, so many gift certificates that come with this. $100 to Rosario's Mexican Cafe. We do know our Tex-Mex here in Texas. And of course, the other cuisine you can't miss out on is the barbecue. So there's a $100 barbecue card included, and a tour of the Texas Hill Country for 4 people with 2 bottles of Texas wine. And so you kind of get to choose of the Hill Country tour where you want to go, which I think is amazing. It's kind of a plan your own adventure. This package was put together by several people, and I'd like to invite maybe one of them to join me right now. I believe we are going to have a special appearance. Hi, Vanessa. How are you?
Hi, everybody. We miss you.
Oh my gosh, yes, you've got your DFest.
I do.
We miss the multicolored cups so much.
Right.
I mean, everyone's kids across the United States right now are looking at that cup and thinking to themselves, we don't get our color changing cups this year. Well, thank you so much for being here, Vanessa, and thank you for helping to put together this amazing package. I don't know if you want to talk any more about it or some of the experiences people have.
Yeah, so if you haven't been to San Antonio is a city that's bursting with culture. It has over a 300-year history, and if it's food you're into, you will not be disappointed. As Cassie said, $100 you can spend on Texas barbecue, and this isn't Memphis barbecue, Kevin. This is Texas barbecue, totally different. And then
sick burn.
That's right. And then the Mexican food is excellent, but the margaritas are even better. So you got $100 to spend on Mexican food. We've set this up so that you can really enjoy San Antonio by foot, by boat, or by bus. And so you've got 3 different tour options. If you haven't been on the San Antonio River, we've got these great barges where you can just kind of enjoy the city downtown, walking around, riding around, enjoying downtown from the river barge. The bus is a hop on, hop off. It takes you to 19 different locations around San Antonio, including the Alamo. And then also in here by foot, we've got a walking tour that's hosted by our friends down at the King William Historic Area. And then, yes, you can escape to the Texas Hill Country, and we'll help you put together a package. If you want it to be a wine tour, we've got some great wineries that you can do, or you can hit up some history.
Awesome. And it's funny, if for those maybe people who haven't explored this part of Texas too much, you might not think Texas and wine go together, but the central part of Texas is actually really hilly. It's usually called the Texas Hill Country. And so the landscape is also just beautiful out there at some of those wineries that I know you can sit and enjoy. And so we're so grateful to you, Vanessa, and the rest of the DFest team and King William Fair, as well as the Fredericksburg Chamber of Commerce, for helping put together this amazing package. I'm hearing right now that it is at $1,100, which is such a steal. Again, with the amount of stuff you're getting in that package, it's really going to be hard to beat. You definitely couldn't buy all that for $1,100 separately. So thanks so much for being here with us, Vanessa. I hope you guys are hanging in there and having an awesome time and getting ready for your cocktails, I see too. So that's great.
Go on.
Cheers. Thanks. Okay, so it looks like
it's not an event until you see a DFest cup, right? So it's not an IFEA official event until the DFest cups come out. So now
anybody miss the after party? Every night, if you guys know, DFest is the sponsor of the hospitality suite, which I feel like is open all the time and always busy. So big thanks to them, because I know they miss us just as much as we're missing them right now.
The best tradition, Kelly, is the very last night when they're getting ready to close it up, and Vanessa's father leads a traditional talk and a little chant and a little song and all that. That is when you know you've been indoctrinated into IFEA.
So, Kevin, I think this means, last year I didn't get to make that because I think I had to get up early for a very early speech that you didn't have to do at 8 in the morning.
Yeah, well.
There was some nights I missed that, But I am glad that you're the chair this year.
Yeah, I don't worry. I represented us very well. Don't worry. I took care of that portion for us. You say happy hour, I'm there. Hey,
Right.
talk about special time. The Philadelphia Flower Show experience. A big thank you to the Pennsylvania Horticultural Society and the City of Philadelphia and the Office of Special Events. They put a package together that includes a 3-night stay at a hotel in Philadelphia, 2 VIP all access passes to the 2021 Philadelphia Flower Show, and 2 tickets to the exclusive Philadelphia Flower Show preview party, Kelly.
I mean,
what do you think of this package?
So did you hear, speaking of pivot, the Philadelphia Flower Show, I don't know the number of years it is, but they are moving outdoors for 2021. So this is going to be, I mean, unbelievable change for an iconic, the world's best flower show. And it is going to early summer. So amazing. I mean, I can't even, I'm just so excited for them to see what they do and how they change this.
You know, several different IFEA members and board members have bid and bought this and have spent $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 on this type of package. And it's sitting here at like around $1,000 right now.
This is such a great package. I think I know so many people that have gone to this. I'm excited to check it out this year. But thank you, Sam. I think what you guys are doing is amazing. It's always good to watch people, as we all said today, and all the different things, is how to be innovative and creative and not be fear-based. And I think they're doing a great job with that. So
kudos. I agree. So now we're going to our last package. And of course, we're going to go to the state of Florida and our Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino getaway. And a big thank you to the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood, Florida, and IFEA member Winterfest, who helped put this package together. It's a 2-night stay, deluxe accommodations at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, dinner for 2 at your choice of restaurants there, Council Oak, Curo, or Suppresso, and 1 deluxe Bora Bora pool experience. Allison, I think that could be with some food and beverage. And if that's not enough, just to put the icing on the cake, a $200 spa gift card. And again, this is good all the way through. This one, make note, 9/30 of 2021. But you still got all the way a whole year almost from now to use this.
Kevin, this package has everything. It has a spa. It has a Bora Bora experience. It has food. It has a giant guitar. What couldn't you want about this? It's amazing.
And it's not very far from the beach.
It's not. And it's probably the closest any of us are going to get to Bora Bora in the next year.
That probably is very, very true, Allison. Well, and that, I think, is the last of the 15 different trips that we are offering. Incredible deals to be had. So with that, I think we should bring the team back in here. We've got Allison, we got Cassie, we've got Kelly, and I think we should give away a trip. What do you think?
I don't know. That just depends if Cassie's ready. She's been busy trying to get all the.
It's automatic. Don't worry about it. It's automatic.
I'm ready. All right. Now, the real question is, can you see my screen?
Now.
Oh, there it goes.
Now we can. Oh, look at that.
So here, I'm going to zoom in just a little bit here on this. Let's see this. We got a slight hiccup. You know, these things are live, so that happens. Give me 1 second. We can't have it. We can't have it prematurely drawing on us here. So let's let it reload because we weren't quite ready. Okay.
We need to make this election official.
Well, yeah, it's got to be super official. I don't want anyone thinking that they won before they actually won. Okay, now we're back. You guys see that?
Okay.
Yeah.
We can.
So here's how it works. If you bought an Ultimate Experience ticket, your name is on this wheel. And I was able to put your name on this wheel with this list right here. You guys seeing that? Yeah. So if you bought more than 1 ticket, you're going to see your name on there more than once. We had people buy 5, 6
look at that.
tickets. Okay,
Look
so
at
here
Jay
we
Darrell,
go.
Neil Hall. Look at all those names. Awesome.
I think the last ticket purchased was by Erin Fortune, who's also on our IFEA Foundation board. And Erin,
Excellent.
I got you, girl. You're in there. Don't you even worry. I think you're in there twice, actually, because I think you bought a second ticket. So there's your chance to see your name. So now, what's going to happen? Hope you saw yourself. If you purchased, I'm going to shuffle everybody up. Okay, so they're no longer in alphabetical order. So that way your name's not next to each other a bunch of times. All right. Okay. Now, who's ready to spin? I've been working on this for so long. I can't believe it's actually here.
This is so fun.
The real deal. Ready? Here we go. To pick the winner. Big moment.
Whoa!
Wow.
Hold your breath. Who's it going to be? Oh, it's so close. Oh, Joyce Miller.
Colorado
Rockies. I don't know. Is Joyce watching right now? If so, Joyce, now is your chance to put your name in the comments. We can, would love to come to you live if you're around. I don't know if she is or not, but we might. We've got her phone number, so we're gonna probably.
She's already packing, Kathy. She's already packing.
She's already packing. Yes, she's very, very busy.
So as you guys know, now the Colorado Rockies trip is off limits. It's all off.
Yes.
Nobody can get
That's
that.
true.
So that $900 in one bid. Sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe
That's how it goes. We have to pick a winner. So, anyways, that was the ultimate experience. Thanks so much for everyone for participating.
That person has $901 to spend elsewhere here at IFEA.
Oh, that's right. Good point.
They do. If you want to bid on one of those other trips, that you would be able to do that now. So, good stuff. All right. Well, I think we might have a little bit of information next about our chef tutorials. Is that correct, Kevin? You're going to talk about those.
Yeah. Before we show the video, let me talk a little bit about, because this is brand new. And Allison, you actually did this as a board member, and I know you had really enjoyed it. So it's a virtual cooking class with a world-class chef, and you do it on Zoom. Tell us a little bit about your experience and how much fun you had.
Well, Kev, I have many skill sets. All right, many. One of them is not cooking. So you don't have to have any experience. They give you the list of ingredients. You get those together, put them on your counter, put up your screen, and then you see all your friends on the screen with you, the other people who are participating in the chef tutorial, and then a chef comes up and walks you step by step by step. And what I really enjoyed about it is you could ask him any cooking question about anything while you guys are making things. So you really get some good advice and get some, just good cooking tips. One thing that he did not tell me is how much lentils expand when they cook. And so I have some photos I can show y'all. It was a lentil explosion in my kitchen, but it still was tasty.
Well, there's going to be 9 different chef tutorials that are going to take place. And what we thought we would do is let's have the menus represent IFEA from a worldwide situation. So we have menus from Latin America, Africa, Australia, Asia, Europe, the Mediterranean, and of course, North America. They're going to take place on November 6th and the 14th. The exact menus are already determined. You can find them on the IFEA website. It's only $100 for the Zoom connection. So if it's you and your neighbors, or you and a spouse, or you and your best friend, whatever the case is, that's considered one Zoom connection. It's one laptop. Do it from your kitchen. There's only going to be 12 of those connections per menu, per chef tutorial. So that means there's only 108 altogether when you consider the 9 of them. I think it's perfect, Allison. You're a part of the CEO Affinity Group. I think it'd be awesome to get the affinity groups to do these, maybe your board, your volunteers, your sponsors, or family and friends.
Yep, so I'm actually hosting the November 6th Asia chef tutorial. So if any of y'all want more Fascinator or maybe some of my quick wit, please sign up to join us, and would love to meet you and spend that afternoon, that evening with you.
I think Sam and I are going to go partake in the Australia menu. So again, people are welcome to do that. We have some other board members who are going to be hosting. So no matter which one you signed up for, you're bound to be with some friends. Recruit some of your other friends. It'll be a fun evening. Again, it's only $100. Tickets are on sale now on the IFEA website. And again, because there's not very many of them, it should go pretty quickly. So let's look at this video, Allison, and I think it'll give them even a better feel for what a Cheftorial is about.
Meet Cheftorial, the planet's premier online chef talent agency. We are a team of global chefs delivering live, interactive virtual cooking programs to meet the increasing demand for unique experiences and connections of virtual events, conferences, meetings, and fundraisers. We call these Cheftorials, an online cooking experience where you, along with your friends, colleagues, or associates, make your meal with a professional chef online, right from your own kitchen through live and interactive Zoom breakout rooms. Ask your chef any questions to add to your culinary experience. You can invite a sommelier or a mixologist from our team as well to spice it up. And after your meal is ready, eat and enjoy social or business time with clients and associates. Special surprises can also happen during your Cheftorial with a VIP or celebrity dropping by to hang out. Cooking virtually has so much potential for unique experiences and connections. Visit us at www.cheftorial.com.
Excellent. We're running down here. I think we only have a couple pieces of business to take care of. But before we do that, I just want to remind everyone, once you leave here, jump to the happy hour. Cindy Lyric is going to be in the main room, and she's going to put you into the 4 different Zoom rooms. Allison and her team, they couldn't wait. They've been going all day long. But the rest of us will get started. I thought I'd bring out my Japanese whiskey just to give it a national flair as a toast for us. Okay, but I think our last piece of business is we need to draw the winner for the free IFEA conference registration. And I know it's automatic.
Right.
Deal.
Yeah, they just popped in there automatically into my big wheel here. So I started sharing this, I believe. Okay, so I'm sorry if I missed your name. I tried really hard to get everyone in there who commented with their name, and so we're going to spin this for a free conference registration. Here we go. Where's she stopped? Nobody knows. Here we go. Oh, so close again.
I get that.
Daphne. Can you guys see it?
Oh, it's
Daphne.
Daphne.
Might have paused for a second. Daphne, yay. Okay, we'll make sure Daphne gets her free registration. I'm gonna take a screen cap of that and send it to the staff for IFEA. So thanks everybody for participating.
They never win any IFEA awards, so hopefully with her in there.
Yeah,
They
don't ever win anything there in Des Moines, so I'm sure.
Well, this sure has been a lot of fun. Kelly, thank you to you and your staff for making this portion take place. The comments have been unbelievable. This has been a good time. I can't wait to see everybody in the happy hour. Who knows? Maybe Allison's going to change it again.
Go get a cocktail, and we'll see you on the Zoom chats. And
Bye, everybody.
Thanks, and keep
Thank
donating.
you.
Thanks
Cheers.
for joining.